4:53 Friday afternoon. I'm usually on my way home. However, I am on my way to work because I made a mistake. And it's a mistake that I very rarely make, but a mistake that irritates the poopy out of me. Why? Because it's something that I expect of others to not make as well. But because I made it, it makes it even more irritating that I made the mistake. Yes, as a result of, because I get so irritated by people making this mistake, because I made that mistake, I am extremely irritated that I made it. And so what did I do? What was so bad, and what is so bad that really irritates me? Go ahead, say hello in the chat. I can't, I'm driving right now, so I'm not really paying attention to it, but say hello, please. That way, when I stop, I can actually read the chat and such. We've got some geese flying on over here. But yeah, what is so irritating? I can see that there are people stopping in, and when we get a couple more people on board and hanging out, then I'll go ahead and share what's irritating me. You know what I mean? What's up, Corey? What's going on? Good to see you. I'm not supposed to be looking at chat, but I saw your name. I think I have to swipe left to hide the chat so I'm not distracted, because it is rush hour. However, people at this time of the day are rushing away from work, versus me, I am rushing to work. Why? Because of my big oopsie oops. I made an oopsie daisy. So yeah. What is it? Well, looks like we've got 3 people, so that's plenty for me. As far as people in the chat, I made the mistake of simply not putting an appointment on my calendar. Doesn't seem like a big deal, right? It's a huge deal to me, though, because number one, I'm always on time. I do my best to always be on time. How am I on time? I'm early, because when you're early, you're on time. When you're on time, you're late. And in this particular case, I had an appointment scheduled for this afternoon at iFly. This gentleman drove down from New Jersey 6 hours away just to meet with me to size him for a helmet. Yeah, he's getting one of those custom helmets. He's actually getting a higher level of a custom helmet than the one that you saw in that video that I made. In fact, maybe if he's interested, if he doesn't mind, we'll go live on how I do a fitting for a helmet, you know what I mean? So, yeah, but I failed to put up my calendar, which caused me to not be there when I was supposed to be. Yeah, one of my teammates at work called me up and said, "Hey, Jason, there's a guy that's here, says he's here to do a fitting with you." And I'm like, "What?" And I looked back through my emails and my records, and I discovered that, yeah, he scheduled it with me. We went back and forth a couple times, and maybe it was several weeks or months ago that I completely forgot. Well, first and foremost, I didn't put on my calendar. That's number one. First and foremost, I always use my calendar for every single appointment, every single date. It's the time, because again, I hate being late. Number one, I expect people to use their calendars all the time, so that they don't overbook themselves, they don't double book, they don't triple book themselves. So that they can make sure that it's unprofessional, basically. It's unprofessional to me. And when you're late, when you double book, when you are just simply unaware, I feel like a fool. And the guy's super laid back, he said, "Oh, it's cool, brother." And I'm like, I don't like it. It's just a personal standard of mine. Regardless, it's a personal standard of mine. And so I am gonna make it right for him also. And he's not just here for the fitting of the helmet, but he did make his way. He usually comes down on a Saturday, but he came here earlier just to meet with me. So I'm going to work right now. I'm going to size him for his helmet, and then I'm actually going to fly him on my personal flight time permitting, of course, as well. Why? I feel it's the right thing to do, because I messed up. Even though he was here, everything else convenient, that's what I do. If I mess up, I'll make it up to you. I'll buy you a cup of coffee, I'll take you out to lunch, put you in the wind tunnel on my flight time, on my personal flight time to fly. We'll probably fly for like 10 minutes or something like that tonight. And if anything, to make him whole, to make him feel like it was worth it to come down earlier, for one. I mean, it would have been worth it had I had been there to size him for his helmet, and boom, done, taken care of. I probably would have flew him anyway, you know. But I feel like I messed up, and I need to make it right. So that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna make it right, make him whole, and we're gonna have a great time. Maybe we'll live stream that again, you know, if he's interested in that. What do you guys think? Would you like to see the live streaming? Would you like me to live stream the fitting of a Tonefly specialty helmet, crash rated for indoor skydiving? These are pretty cool. It's pretty cool. You'll see my messy office again, which, you know what? I used to care that you would see my messy office, and now I don't care so much, just because, you know, it's too hard to keep clean all the time. I don't have a studio office. It's a workspace, you know. It's a workspace. It's my workshop. It's where I do the heavy thinking, you know, where I burn that smoke, my brain. You know, it's because fire's burning. You've heard that saying before? No? Maybe not. All right. So the plan is I'll get to the wind tunnel. In fact, I'm actually gonna get to the wind tunnel. Once I get to the wind tunnel, I'm going to fit him for a helmet. Him if it's okay to live stream the fitting of his helmet, and then once we get the fitting of his helmet dialed in, if he's interested in flying also, then we'll live stream that too. And if interested in me live streaming and flying. What do you think? Good idea? If you think that'll be cool, let me know. How much is a custom helmet? It depends on the I'm not supposed to be reading the chat because I'm driving. I just happened to see that comment. So apologies for not talking to the chat. I'm focused on the drive. I'll answer that question though. A custom helmet by Tonefly. Go to the website tonefly.com. Primarily depends on all the options that you put on it. If you want a slick helmet, it's like $650. If you're a member, you get a discount on Tonefly products, particularly flight suits, helmets, right? And if you want to put special designs, get extra visors for it. It looks like a motorcycle helmet, but it's not as wide or as gigantic or as heavy as a motorcycle helmet. It's meant to be lightweight. It's not meant to replace a motorcycle helmet. It's meant for indoor skydiving and skydiving. Well, don't you think that if it can survive a skydiving crash, this crash-rated helmet would be good enough for motorcycling? You know what? Here's the thing, and I joked this, if you need a crash-rated helmet in the wind tunnel, then you're doing it wrong. Right? You're doing it wrong. The funny thing is, I'm probably the one that needs the crash-rated helmet the most because previous head injuries, right? Previous TBIs, which is why I don't hit my head. So what do I need a crash-rated helmet for? For the just in case. It's for the just in case. Because there are times when I'm flying and I need to really push my head back, you know, into the glass. And sometimes it very lightly makes contact because I'm at that point, by the time I push my head back, you know, I'm going forward away from the glass, away from the wall. But yeah, I guess that's the funniness of it all. If you need a crash-rated helmet in the wind tunnel, then you're doing it wrong. If you need a crash-rated helmet when you're skydiving, you're definitely doing it wrong. But it's a cool helmet. And number one rule, right? Gotta look cool. The helmet short that I made the other day of that girl wearing her custom helmet, let's see. It's not as expensive, but doesn't have as many options, because this one that he's getting fitted for is you can actually open the mandible, the jaw part, like a motorcycle helmet. So it's pretty cool. Indai Han is in the house. Werewolf 2, Aaron Yeager. Thank you all. Day? I don't know what you mean by that, but thank you for being here. Hey, Clash Jason, it's me, Corny. Oh, Corny. Good to see you, Corny. Thank you very much. I didn't realize. I was like, I've seen Werewolf 2 here before. Good to see you, Corny. Thank you very much. Yeah, if you want a custom helmet, it can range anywhere between the G35 is like $500. The G4 I think is like $550, and then the Tonefly TFX can get upwards of $650, depending on, once again, all the extra embellishments. Like the one that the girl got, she got extra stuff on her helmet, and it was multicam. So yeah. All right, I'm here at the office now. Thank you all very much for hanging out. I will see you in a little bit. If he says, yeah, it's cool to go live when I fit him for his helmet. All right, have a great day, everyone, and I'll see you later, I hope.